That's what we're supposed to, not covet after each other.
Right.
But our people, and I'm telling you right now, if you look like a clock, right? 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I want you to look about 4 o'clock. If the 4 o'clock is that way, guess what? They don't want you to know this. They don't want you to understand that you're the real Jews, the Israelites. We know that the laws we read are spiritual. You ever see, let me give you an example. In the fields, a lot of you don't like black history, I don't care, I love it. In the fields, how did we communicate in slavery to escape? Do you know how we did that? There's a song called Wade in the Water. Do you know what it represents? It was a military exit strategy because we didn't walk on land, wade in the water. Meaning you creep up the river, they can't track you with dogs.
Right.
We always fought our oppression.
Hey, Shalom Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Why don't you subscribe? IUIC New Orleans, subscribe. Go to our YouTube page. Help us to grow. Comment, like, share. What's going on? Make it happen.
For all black kids in New Orleans, all black kids, I'm gonna show you something, right? You said something earlier, right? I'm from up north, but it's the same problems in the Bronx, New York. It's the same problems in Brooklyn, Chicago. I see the same thing, man. Check this out. You said it may not change. You know what changes, bro? When you see 800 men together marching in one formation. Black men, not led by white men. That has changed. Right. Let me show you something real quick. Psalm 19, verse 7. This is how you start to change the ghetto. And guess what? Not everybody got to listen. Not everybody's going to listen. Right. I'm going to give you some laws. I want you to see, because you got to make a choice. You can choose not to do it, or you can choose to do it. We want you to do it. That's all we're here to give you a message. That's why I'm here. Watch this, read.
Psalms of the 19th verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect.
You hear that, brothers? The law of God is perfect. But from white man Jesus, we never learned the laws of God. We learned the watered down white version of a doggone religion by slave masters. The Bible is a black book. Solomon was blacker than you.
That's right.
The greatest king of Israel. Read.
Converting the soul.
When we keep the laws of God, black men from New Orleans, black women, we begin to change our minds. Read.
The testimony of the Lord is sure.
The testimony is Jesus Christ was a black man who died for us. If anybody need to be saved, it's us. You, him, me, all of us, and our kids. Read.
Making wise the simple.
How do we become wise? We learn God's laws, and that's what we're here to share to do. And I understand some things like smoking you might not be able to do tomorrow, but you got to get rid of that damn thing. Now, real quick, let me show you something you may not know, right? This is something that every brother can change starting today. Watch this. Give me Leviticus chapter 11. I want to talk about one law that God said to keep. Let me tell you something else, right? You know what's beautiful, bro? Is a black man that has morals and stand by his morals despite opposition. That is powerful. And guess what? Sometimes you just need to be guided, that's all.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 3.
Let's see if you learn this law, because if you haven't learned this law, guess what? You got a choice. Yo, hold up. And I would say, yo, show me that. Because they showed me this before. Yo, what are you talking about? I said, show me that in black and white, brother. Right. Oh, shoot, it said that. Read this.
And the swine.
What is a swine? Y'all brothers know, what is a swine? Come on, brother.
A swine, a fish?
No, well, okay, so you don't know. A swine is a pig, man.
Okay.
A pig. Read it again.
And the swine.
That means pig, and if you don't believe me, look it up. I'm telling you the truth. Read, come on.
Though he divide the hoof.
Read it from the top.
And the swine.
This is talking about a pig, and that could be a domesticated pig, like a pig farmer, or they got wild boars in the Louisiana swamps. You ever heard of that? All of that we ain't supposed to touch. Read it again.
And the swine.
Read it again.
And the swine.
Come on.
Though he divide the hoof.
Because this is something that we did not learn in our churches. I never learned this in church. I'm old enough to be your fathers. For 32 years I sat in a dumb church. Didn't learn a damn thing. Run by women, and all kind of confusion in the church. Read.
and be cloven-footed.
So this swine, read it again, because I want to make sure I read right.
And the swine,
What's that talking about, men? Thank you, brothers. Read.
though he divide the hoof,
Because he does have a divided hoof, meaning if you look at his hoof, it's like this, right? Read.
and be cloven-footed,
That just means it's hard. If a pig ran down the block, it would gallop, like doo-doo-doo, right? Like a hard hoof, read.
yet he cheweth not the cud,
So he don't chew cud, meaning grass. So what does God say about that? Read.
he is unclean to you.
So he's unclean to us. Does the Bible explain more? Read.
Of their flesh,
What?
of their flesh,
Read it again for the brothers in the system.
of their flesh
What?
shall ye not eat.
The Israelites, not you so-called blacks, you're not supposed to eat pork and you've been lied to.
Right.
Now let me show you something else. I got to get on my brother, and we got many, many brothers just like you who didn't know. Give me Leviticus 19:27. Here's another thing they're not teaching in the black church.
Bring it up.
Right, and you got one, half the brothers in here got one. It's a law. We have to keep God's law. When you teach your children God's law, and it ain't just smoking, we're not picking on you. If you stop smoking and you stop eating pork, and now I marry my woman and I don't cheat on my wife, guess what happens? You create a moral standard amongst black folks.
That's right.
There's no moral standard in New Orleans.
Right.
Ask any public teacher. There is no moral standard. If there is, they get clowned and ridiculed by the other nasty little girls and the fast boys. Read.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 27.
Come on.
Ye shall not round the corners of your head.
So what does that talk? That's a law. We as the Israelites, that's who we are. Ain't none of you black. How dare you say that? You ain't black, you ain't black, you ain't black. We are the Israelites, and we come in different shades of brown. We was brought over here in cargo slave ships over 400 damn years ago.
Right.
We are the real Jews.
Right.
We the real Jews.
Right.
You the real Jews.
Right.
Read, come on.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy
I
beard.
get excited to bear with me. Read it again.
Ye shall not round the corners of your head.
This is a law. We're not supposed to shave our head. I'm talking about bald. Read.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Every black man is supposed to have a beard.
Right.
And if you notice that, right, you take a brother who's 45 years old, right, and let him shave his face because we hold our age well. And we look like boys again. No, that's why they call us boy. No, goddamn it, I'm a man.
Right.
And I have a beard on my face to prove it. That's the law. It's spiritual when a black man put a cigarette down. It's spiritual when a black man stop eating pork and stop committing adultery. Because that's what plagues our community. You must have a husband and wife in the house raising children. And I understand we all been through hell. I've been through hell and back. So I can understand what you're going through. Read.
Romans chapter 7 and verse 14.
Bring it
Come
up.
on. For we know that the law is spiritual.
We know the law is spiritual. That's what makes it spiritual. When I decide I am not going to covet my neighbor's property, meaning, say you get a car, right? My man, you get a new job, you get a car. Niggas be like, yeah, I'm gonna catch him slipping. I know he goes to this place at this time. A righteous man says, hallelujah, man, I'm happy you got that job, brother. Can you show me how to do it? And by the way, your car is fire, man. That's what we're supposed to not covet after each other.
Right.
But our people, and I'm telling you right now, if you look like a clock, right? 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I want you to look about 4 o'clock. If the 4 o'clock is that way, guess what? They don't want you to know this. They don't want you to understand that you're the real Jews, the Israelites.
Right.
Read it again.
For we know that the law is spiritual.
We know that the laws we read are spiritual. You ever see, let me give you an example. In the fields, a lot of you don't like black history, I don't care, I love it. In the fields, how did we communicate in slavery to escape? Do you know how we did that? There's a song called Wade in the Water. Do you know what it represents? It was a military exit strategy because we didn't walk on land, wade in the water. Many of you creep up the river, they can't track you with dogs.
Right.
We always fought our oppression.
Right.
We know the laws are spiritual. This is why we tell you, brothers, listen. The brother, give me that in 1 Corinthians. It's not just the smoking. It's the things we eat. There's dietary laws. We're not supposed to eat pork. We're not supposed to eat crab, lobster, shrimp, crawfish.
Right.
I'll show you that in the law. Men are not supposed to wear dresses. That's obvious, right? And women ain't supposed to wear pants.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Because during the time of Christ, Christ was a black man. But did y'all know that Jesus was black? And I'm real quick, I'll show you that. Because this is the problem. For too long, and then they try to divide it. Oh, she light skinned. And then you got a brother that darker skin than him with wavy hair. Now he got good hair, he ain't black no more. That's the dumbest thing in the damn world. You got Rosa Parks, light, bright. You got all type of light skin who have been hung from trees.
Right.
We must stand as one. Now watch this.
Verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
What does it mean, the revelation of Jesus Christ? You reveal. So we're gonna, John, who was a black man in prison on the island of Patmos, this is the last book of the Bible, got a revelation about Jesus Christ. He's going to show you who he is. Read.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him.
Nah, man gave unto him.
Which God gave unto him.
So nobody can say that we making anything up at the top. If you look right here, this is called iconoclasm. Iconoclasm is the destruction of ancient art. This is the prima donna. This is after they did iconoclasm.
Right.
They've done that with thousands of paintings and sculptures, and they whitewashed them. That's a fact. You can fact check me on all of this.
Right.
Watch this. Now, this is what they did. They literally have Jesuit priests sit down and literally recreate the art. There's still images right now you can see of Jesus being black, dark skin on stained glass windows in white countries.
Right.
We just gotta wake up, y'all. Read.
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Come on.
Which God gave unto him.
God gave this to John, not men. Read.
To show unto his servants.
To do what?
To show.
To do what they're going to show to the servants. Who are the servants? You're the servants. Read.
To show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Right. And here's the thing. If you love the white man's world, you're never going to want to hear this. Is death to you. Because guess what? Christ is coming back for the Israelites.
That's right.
The second coming of Christ is coming back.
Right.
And why we got to talk like this? Because everybody growing up in the ghetto, we all thought Jesus was white. Come on, man. And if they teach you in the black church he was black, then why do you have homosexuals in the choir, in the church?
Well, you
When
know-
the law says, man shall not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Right.
And you see this, sister? Men run churches. Women are excellent supports. This is why there's confusion in the black church. Men are supposed to teach like this inside.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the